Good morning, my name is Jordan. I'm going to be interviewing you for my class. It is my Communications and Research Methods class. So I'll be asking you a few questions about your student experiences at Missouri State University. The interview is being recorded and it will be viewed later by me and others to work on my interviewing skills. Is it okay? Do I have your permission to record this interview?
Yeah, I would agree. You do.
Do you have any questions before we get started?
So is anybody besides your class going to be viewing this?
Not that I know of, but it should be on YouTube, so anyone who wants to view it can.
Great, okay.
And this should last about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. To get started, please tell me your first name and your year in school.
My name is Carrie, and I am a sophomore.
Okay. Are you a sophomore by credit hours or just your year in school?
My credit hours and my year in school.
All right. What is your current major?
My current major is public relations.
Okay. And what about your minor?
My minor is undecided. I'm thinking about either doing marketing, some kind of business, or creative writing.
Okay. Marketing would be good. Public relations major. All right. Tell me about why you chose your major.
Well, I chose public relations because I kind of knew since high school that I wanted to do something in the communications field because I do like to talk to new people, meet new people. I like to organize things and events. I was on yearbook and newspaper staff in high school, so I got to know a lot of people, and I like to keep those connections and networking, and I feel like public relations is a good major to keep those skills and really display those skills as well.
So interviews are nothing new for you.
No, no they aren't.
Okay. Did you talk to anyone about this major before you chose it?
I did a little bit. My advisor, my academic advisor, has been a great help to me. She is, I don't know, I think she's the head of the public relations department. I'm not sure, but I know that she teaches a public relations class. And so she's been really helpful with that and helping me decide what I wanted to do with my future. So I guess I would say I talked to her.
Have you talked to anyone who has a public relations major maybe?
Yeah, I did. I talked to some girls I know that have either tried public relations or are currently in it. Some of them have done public relations and changed because they just went into a different field of communications, which is fine because a lot of them kind of overlap in a way. So I got a lot of advice from older students, which is great. I would definitely recommend talking to older students in your major or a major similar to yours.
Okay, awesome. Did you explore careers in the area of study?
I did. I did a lot of research on the computer before I came to Missouri State and while I was in school or enrolled because I was in between just a communications degree or public relations. So from my research, I decided to do public relations because it's more specifically what I want to do, like event planning and sending out press releases and things like that. I do enjoy writing, so I thought it would be a good thing to do. Career-wise, I really would like to work with a big television company, like do their public relations, but we'll see.
Have you thought about a place you would like to live to do that?
Well, I would love to live in New York or Chicago, but I feel like that'd be the most reasonable place, or California if I'm dreaming real big. But yeah, so I definitely feel like I want to live in a bigger city away from Missouri, but Missouri would be a good place to work too, but with the kind of companies I want to work for, I feel like a lot of them are in LA or Chicago. Chicago.
What has been your most valuable learning experience at Missouri State University so far?
Let's see. My most valuable learning experience at Missouri State was probably time management, definitely. I'm kind of a on the whim kind of person. I do things randomly. I don't usually, have set schedules and things. So coming to college, that definitely was something I had to work with because unlike college, it is a little more free with classes and stuff because you have breaks and things. It's kind of hard not to take advantage of those. And it's also kind of hard not to accidentally overload yourself with extracurricular things and friends and stuff like that, because college is pretty overwhelming at first. So I definitely would say time management, because unlike high school, you're surrounded by people all the time. You don't really get a break from your peers. I mean, in high school, you could just go home and be with your parents and stuff, and the distraction would kind of leave you. But in college, the distraction's kind of always there. So.
And do you think time management's a big lesson to learn for everyone in life?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely would say time management is something that everyone needs to learn, especially if you're going into the professional world, because deadlines are extremely important. And definitely being punctual shows your professionalism, and it's a good thing to learn.
Okay. If you could offer one piece of advice to prospective Missouri State University students, what would it be?
I would definitely say get involved. I know that's what everybody says, but honestly, I really can't think of anything better to say besides the obvious, which is do your homework and things like that. So I would definitely just have to go with get involved. I know it's not exactly original, but getting involved at Missouri State has really made it feel like a second home to me. I'm involved in a social sorority, and I'm a university ambassador, so I think that it's a great way to network. It's a great way to get to know people. It's just really rewarding to be a part of something, bigger, and things like that. It definitely gets you out of your comfort zone. There's a lot of fun things involved with getting involved. You meet a lot of new people. I've met a lot of friends that I would definitely, I don't know where I'd be without them if I hadn't have met them through the organizations I'm in. So, getting involved, definitely.
Do you think that affects if students like staying at Missouri State University?
Definitely. I honestly feel like if I, didn't get involved in anything, that there might be a chance that I wouldn't feel even a percentage of what I feel at Missouri State now, because I feel like it's definitely a second home to me. It's definitely where I belong. If it weren't for the people I've met and the support system that I have at Missouri State, then it would probably determine if I'd stay or not, and the odds of me staying probably wouldn't be as big. But because I'm a strong believer in college is definitely more than just the academics, because obviously college education is extremely valuable, and that should be the most important thing. But I would say the experiences that come along with it are the ones you probably learn most from. I would say that what you learn in the classrooms is obviously important, but what you learn outside and how you learn to kind of grow up and live on your own is a lesson that I'm very fortunate to have learned.
So getting involved is key. All right. Okay, so I have learned about you that you are a public relations major, and you're still looking for a minor to go with that. And you kind of have your dream to go to a bigger city and to publicize for a television channel.
Yes.
That would be your dream job. And your advice to future students would definitely be to get involved.
Yes.
So it sounds like you need to go around and talk to high school students.
Yeah.
Missouri State University.
I should. I would love that.
Do you have any questions before we close our interview?
I do not have any questions.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time and your input.
Thank you.
It was lovely talking to you.